Alright, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Sid Meier's Alpha Centauri here on my channel, Idle Wisdom. We are rejoining the believers here with our dear ally, Morgan, of the Morganites. And we are, still not making very good money. Our net income is pretty lame, but at least we're making net. Last time I tried doing this, I was just losing money. It's terrible. Anyways, alright, cool. Let's continue on. Oh yeah, I was looking at here. We have 3 wonders that we could build. Each of them, like we have the command nexus. I'm trying to think which is the most valuable to have. The virtual world allows your network nodes to help with drones, which right now is not a big deal, but later on that can be a problem when you start having like drones, or when you have like citizens that become unhappy or who don't have work, and you get too many of them, and a city goes into like basically like riots, and they can eventually destroy things and even cede your town to a enemy faction, which is really annoying. But the merchant exchange gives +1 energy each square on here, which that's pretty cool too. That would give a good energy boost to our capital. And the command nexus gives us a command center right here at every base. Oh yeah, it doesn't build a perimeter defense. It gives you a command center. So I'm trying to think, what is the best one to do? I mean, maybe let's try. I'll just leave it. Or should I try to take it? Because Yang is building this right here. If we took it, though, it would be kind of funny. So he couldn't have it. But I don't want him getting anything, though. So I don't know which. Each square here. Having the boost of money would be nice. Having the... let's keep going. It's
Project initiated.
Yeah, it's still going. It's not initiated, it's just going on. Alright, cool. Let's take a look at you. Let's clear this fungus. Alright. Now, where should we put this colony? Like right here? We could put it right here. Of course, that would be stealing kind of some of his territory, kind of mean to do. Let's go up here, though. Somewheres. Road.
Terraform complete.
Alright. Get rid of that fungus.
Production complete.
Alright. Where should we... Oh, he built another town right there. Morgan Studios. Alright, dude. What if we built one right here? They get... one... If I built one right here, would that compete? I don't think so.
Terraform complete.
Let's see. Okay, build a road. Solar collector. Alright, cool. Okay, here's our formers. Alright, cool. Let's see. What should we build? What do we want? We could build a synth metal hoverboat. Actually, you know what? Let's build a command center. Oh, no, I don't know. Yeah, let's build a command center. You.
Pod recovered.
Okay, sonar pod with data of the surrounding area. Rolling and rainy. Let's build a farm. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that'll be fine. Build. Valley of the Faithful. That's nice enough. Okay, let's see. We'll call this one Bethany. After the town where, I think it was like a neighboring town to Jerusalem, where Jesus' good friends Mary, Martha, and Lazarus. Yeah, Mary, Martha, and Lazarus lived. If you remember, Lazarus was the dude who died, and then Jesus waited to get there until 4 days after he died, and then raised him from the tomb. Lazarus, come out. It's also the occasion for the shortest verse of the Bible, which is Jesus wept. That's one of the verses. It's because he was sad that Lazarus is dead. Oh wait, nope. Or should we change? Can we? Yeah, no, let's do that. Yeah, it's fine. Alright. So let's build a road. Clear out fungus. He's clearly among us.
Production complete. Indigenous life form.
Kill it! Kill it! Oh, phew. That's really fortunate. Whew, man. Alright, let's actually have you. Since you built that one, you're basically safe. Let's have you actually work on this prototype of a synth metal sentinel.
Terraform complete.
Alright, cool. You change build formers. Hold. Clear fungus.
Indigenous
Oh
life
man,
form.
dude. Nope, we're dead. Dangnation.
Terraform complete.
Dangnation. If you heard it here. Dangnation. Oh man, that sucks.
Indigenous life form.
Kill it. Oh my goodness, that's no good, man. That is no good. You're no good, you're no good, you're
Improvement already
no
exists.
good. Oh. Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's keep going.
Production
Uh-oh.
complete.
Who are you? Oh, that's a Gaian right there. Oh man, that's a powerful unit too. Darn it.
Terraform complete.
Okay, sea formers. Sea formers. Sea formers. Let us build what? Let's build a recreation commons or what? Let's build a synth metal hoverboat. Yeah.
Datapod recovered.
We hold life
Oh my
to be
goodness.
sacred, but we also know the foundation of life consists of a stream of codes, not so different from the successive frames of a watch vid. Why then cannot we cut one code short here and start another there? Is life so fragile that it can withstand no tempering? Does the sacred brook no improvement? Chairman Shen Jiyang, Dynamics of Mind.
Alright, well, we just found a pod that had a data pod with secrets of biogenetics. It's really cool. So that allows us to build recycling tanks. Oh, that's what we were studying. Or did we just get this? I don't know. Either way, this is good. Human Genome Project can be done. Secrets of the Human Brain. Gene splicing. So, he asks, we hold life to be sacred. Oh, well, we commonly do. I don't know that you do, Yang, but we know that the foundation of life is this, is the genetic, the DNA, which is not that different, he says, than the successive frames of a video. Why can we not then adjust it and alter it to make things better? If life is sacred, does that mean we can't do anything to improve it? Does sacredness imply fragility or tabooness? I don't know. Seems like this is like a good question, a dangerous one, but also a good one. I mean, what does he have in mind? I think is worth asking. I don't know. The alien environment on the planet brought a host of unforeseen health problems for the colonists. Early inquiries into biogenetics center on the prevention and treatment of these problems. Researchers in this discipline, seek an understanding of the entire genetic code. I mean, that's a good, right here. It makes sense, right? This whole alien planet, and it's covered in alien fungus and blah, blah, blah. All sorts of health problems. And so understanding our genetic code would be helpful for them too. Biogenetics would be helpful for adjusting us to being able to fit more suitably into this alien environment. It's interesting, researchers in this discipline seek an understanding of the entire genetic code. The Human Genome Project, which is something in our time now, has already been done. And what's his face? What was the guy's name? Francis Collins, I think, was like the head, I think, of the Human Genome Project. And he's an interesting dude. A believer, funny enough, right? He's a Christian of some sort. I think some sort of Protestant. I'm not entirely certain. Let's do, right here, we can farm and plant a kelp farm. To the road. You can go forward. You can go over here.
Recovered.
A Unity rover. All right, cool. Why don't you stay right there? Here's Lady Deidra. All right, let's check her faction out. All right, she's in a solicitous mood. She's a pacifist. She likes exploration. She's into green economics. She and Morgan do not agree on economics. Last time I was playing this, Morgan was trying to wipe me off the face of the earth because I had green economics. But, not always. Sometimes you can even get along with him. Even with that. Her headquarters is Memory of Earth. That's a good name. She has 6 votes. Her politics are democratic, so she has a democracy. She still has simple economics and survival values and no future society. All right, okay. Let's see what she has to say. Well met, Sister Miriam. I am now called Lady Deidra and act as the voice of the Gaians, whose intent is to guard, understanding, and preserve planet's native life. I see you and your minions have flourished on this unforgiving world. Minions, huh? So her might is pathetic. Despite having some decent units, our might is sufficient. So let's see what she has to say. Have you heard from Morgan recently? Well, funny you should ask. I have not been able to locate him or his Morganic faction since the time of Planetfall and wanted to continue our earlier conversations. If you have his comm frequency, I could offer 50 energy credits for your trouble. Yes. Here you go. I must caution you that my engineers have completed an advanced recon rover prototype. The first units are entering service now, rendering my forces practically invincible. Is that a threat? She's feeling magnanimous but wants to threaten me. Information on planetary networks can prove quite useful to my environmental initiatives. Can you transmit it to me as a personal favor? How about you give it to me in exchange for applied physics? She's going to say no. I cannot trust you. Make a trade or stop wasting my time. I sense you are a friend of planet, Sister Miriam. I suggest that we sign a treaty of friendship, that our peoples may live side by side in peace. Sure, walk with planet, you weirdo. Splendid. My environmental initiatives and your life of worship complement each other nicely. The Gaians and the Believers have much to gain from this friendship. We shall commence trade and commerce at once. It's kind of funny. If you play any Shin Megami Tensei, the Gaians and the Believers, it's kind of like the Gaians and the Cult of Gaia and the Order of the Messiah. They're like absolute enemies, the Chaos faction and the Law faction, but This isn't that. This isn't Shin Megami Tensei. This is probably a somewhat more intelligent game, but you know, SMT is still pretty cool. Anything else? Nah, we're good. All right, we got our goal that we were looking to get. So let's see, what should we get now? We should probably talk to Morgan and see if he has this already, and we can trade Secrets of the Human Brain. Huh? Should we do this? Yeah, let's do this.
Production complete.
New Byzantium builds network node. Nice. Alrighty. What should we make here? Ooh, let's do... Oh, man. Let's start the command nexus. See if we can take that from Yang. And if not, we'll switch it to one of the other ones. Meow, meow, meow.
Project initiated.
Project initiated. So we cleared out that fungus. This is a rocky area, and we can't build like bases or farms here, but we can build mines. So let's build one.
Terraform complete. Pod recovered.
Whoa, a robotic mining pod has prepared mines in this area. Huh. Let's disembark the Unity rover so we can explore. Alright, you just chill until you're healed. Informers. Dooby-dooby-doo. Oh, darn it.
Terraform
Road.
complete. Mineral resources.
Oh, that is good. We just got 100 more energy credits. Let's see, where... Oh, wow, we're the third place faction. Kind of going neck and neck with the Peacekeepers. But, oh, we are the wealthiest right at the moment. Haha. Alright, cool. Although, I don't know if that'll continue to be the case, but you never know.
Production complete.
Alright, Holy Cross built some formers. That's good, we have that choke point right there. So if we become friendly enough with the Gaians to let them through here, that'll be fine for them. But if not, we have a choke point. Let's build perimeter defense. Just for the sake of argument. Cha. Xenofungus cleared out.
Terraform complete.
We'll build, not only do we want a kelp forest, we want, oh, this is fresh water. Huh, interesting. We want tidal harness to get energy.
Indigenous
Oh
life
my
forms.
gosh, that was terrible. That is the worst. That might have been the worst move ever. It's not going to save him. Oh my goodness. We could be ruined. Ah. Flat and arid, okay. Oh my goodness. Well, flat and arid, let's plant a forest.
Indigenous life forms.
Mined worm boil spotted near St. Augustine. Are you sure? We're such oh no, it's over here. Okay. I think we're toast. Okay, you get out of there. You get out of here too. Okay, rest one more time and road. Oh man, that stinks.
Pod recovered.
It unleashed an earthquake. Alright.
Enemy project initiated.
Brother Lau has started the command nexus as well. Oh jeez. Our scout patrol has performed admirably. Yay, admirably. Woohoo, yeah! Man, alright, well, I don't know.
Terraform complete.
Whew. Let's see, where are you getting resources? Oh, right there. So let's do something with that. Let's build a forest. Or plant a forest. Good, but oh man, they're not going to be able to survive. I don't think. I don't know. Darn it. Alright, so let's see. Go down here. Go down here.
Terraform complete.
Let's build. Oh, that's what we haven't been doing. We haven't been building those. What's it called? Oh, the sensor arrays.
Data pod
Scientific
recovered.
theories are
A data
judged by the
pod. Oh,
coherence they
yes.
lend to our natural experience and the simplicity with which they do so. The grand principle of the heavens balances on the razor's edge of truth. Commissioner Pravin Lal, A History of Science.
All right, cool. So the applied physics, it's one of the basic ones. It allows us to research nonlinear mathematics, high energy chemistry, and optical computers. And it allows us to make lasers. So that's good, better, offensive power. Scientific theories are judged by the coherence they lend to natural experience and the simplicity with which they do so. So one way to judge scientific theories is to judge them by how much of our experience they make coherent together in their explanations and the simplicity with which they do so. So it's like called elegance. We want the most elegant theory that can make coherent the most of our data or experience or whatever. So if we have a theory that can explain 5 things in 3 steps, that's better than a theory that it can explain 4 things in 3 steps or 5 things in 4 steps. Yeah. The grand principle of the heavens balances on the razor's edge of truth, and that's a reference to Occam's razor. William of Ockham was a 14th century Franciscan theologian and philosopher who was famous as a nominalist, and nominalism refers to the rejection of basically what you might be called Platonic realism, that essences are, or the natures, basically it's our concepts. We have concepts for things, the natures of things and what have you. And realism says that there are natures, or the way our concepts map we have at least some of our concepts map out realities, the way things are in the world. Whereas a nominalist says, no, our concepts are just entirely mental constructions or what have you. And there are no corresponding natures in the world. And so he said he could explain the razor, why it's called razor, because supposedly Occam would use his razor, that you should never multiply entities beyond necessity. Don't, basically more steps, don't use more things in your explanation than you need to. And he thought he could explain all of reality, all that exists, without making use of any sort of Platonic realm of forms or natures. Yeah. Whether he's right about that, who knows? The colonists must create new tools from the wreckage of the Unity to survive and expand. New inquiries into applied physics emphasize this adaptation of existing technology to a new environment. So let's see what we got. That allows us to build the laser foil, which basically it's a synth metal armor but with a laser cannon instead of AK-47. Or an AK-74 or AKM, or I don't know. Or maybe it's a AR platform weapon. Laser infantry, that's good. As you can see, they do good at assaulting bases, these infantry units do. Recon rover, that's what Deidra was threatening us with. Alright, cool.
Pod recovered.
Alright, we have discovered a materials pod from the Unity. It has provided sufficient minerals for us to finish building the synth metal sentinels at the Bethany next turn.
Indigenous life form.
Ruh-roh. More mine worms.
Improvements destroyed.
Mine worms are destroying our farms. They're such punks. Alright.
Improvement destroyed.
A mine got destroyed. Oh, yeah, whatever. Alright, good. They're destroying those random mines that were set up. It doesn't really matter. Let's see what Morgan has to say. So we meet again. I trust your life of worship is proceeding according to your satisfaction. Whatever. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Okay, so I hear you've been in touch with our old colleague Deidra. Just between us, I find her eco-daft minions a bit creepy, but so far we've been able to cooperate, and she has not tried to interfere with my affairs. Speaking of which, I have a nice map of Gaian territory, which I'd be happy to exchange for your information on doctrine flexibility. Sure, why not? We're allies. Through cooperation, we can achieve mutual satisfaction of needs. Will you transmit your files on doctrine loyalty in exchange for my information on industrial automation? Think of how your life of worship could be enhanced by proper use of such knowledge. Yeah, you got it, dude. Why not? Bam
In the
says,
borehole pressure mines 100 kilometers beneath planet's surface, at the Mohorovičić discontinuity where crust gives way to mantle, temperatures often reach levels well in excess of 1,000 degrees Celsius.
that's hot.
Exploitation of planet's resources under such brutal conditions has required quantum advances in robotic and teleoperational technology. Morgan Industries Limited Annual Report.
All right, so this allows us to build a lot of really good stuff. One, the hab complexes, which are like, you need these in order to make your towns grow between like 6 or 7. Like, at a certain level, it's limited if you don't have that. And build the secret project planetary transit system, which I think allows you to, all your new bases start at level 3 rather than 1, which is good. And supply transport, supply crawlers, lots of technologies, and the wealth, the social engineering goal of wealth. Pretty cool. Yeah, it's like the extreme conditions that industry faces. It says pushes the need for robotic and teleoperational technology. So remote, using drones and robots and remote control stuff. It's good. Let's see what the creation of planetary networks and the widespread adoption of industrial economics. See, we don't have industrial economics yet, I don't think, but we got this via our ally. Lead to rapid industrialization of the Virgin Planet. Lacking the traditional masses of Earth's working class, leaders must now develop complete industrial automation for production and assembly, building modest factories where all repetitive non-skilled jobs from janitor to vice president of sales are handled by sophisticated robots. Vice president of sales is a non-skilled job. But yeah, they don't have the large working class with the reserve army of labor, the people who need work that are always willing to fill jobs, even cruddy ones. So they don't have that, so they have to use automation. Cool. Let's see what we can do with that. Supply crawlers, those are useful for making use of resources that are not near one of your towns. Discovery of industrial automation allows your colony to make new social engineering choice wealth. Would you like to make social engineering choices now? Not right now. We'll look at that later. Sister Miriam, I know I've been accused of monopolistic grasping, but I think you will find that I am a man of reason. Let us exchange knowledge on a quid pro quo basis. I will share my files on industrial economics. You must in turn fully disclose your data on applied physics. Sure. That's cool, man.
Our first challenge is to create an entire economic infrastructure from top to bottom out of whole cloth. No gradual evolution from previous economic systems is possible because there is no previous economic system. Each interdependent piece must be materialized simultaneously and in perfect working order. Otherwise, the system will crash out before it ever gets off the ground. CEO Nwabuduke Morgan, the Centauri Monopoly.
That's interesting. So like here, there is no infrastructure already developed. It's just barren as far as infrastructure is concerned. So they have to create the entire infrastructure from scratch. And so every part of it, which depends on every other part of it, A depends on B, B depends on C, C depends on D, and D depends on A. They all have to be made together at the same time. Otherwise, the whole thing will collapse. although no gradual evolution from previous economic systems is possible. That's a bit weird because I think infrastructure setup is right, but economic systems, you're inheriting the economic systems that you brought from Earth, so I don't know if that makes sense. But anyways, let's see what this allows us to build energy banks, which give more energy, pardon me, and it allows us to study industrial automation, which we already have, and environmental economics, which is cool, and allows us to have the free market tech, or social engineering choice. But we'll look at that later. Okay, I know I have been accused of monopolistic grasping, but I think you will find me, okay, I will share my files on the secrets of the human brain for your doctrines on mobility. Yeah, that's fine.
There are only two ways in which we can account for a
goodness, we're getting a
necessary
lot.
agreement of experience with the concepts of its objects. Either experience makes these concepts possible, or these concepts make experience possible. Immanuel Kant, Critique of Pure Reason, Data Links.
All right, that's kind of cool. I mean, that's from the Critique of Pure Reason. It's a beast of a book. And his three critiques, Critique of Pure Reason, the Critique of Practical Reason, and the Critique of Judgment, they are a bear to read, but they're good to have read. And yeah, he's trying to deal with the problem. How do we account for the agreement between what we experience and the concepts that are in our mind? And he's sort of responding to the situation that, British empiricism brought about, especially David Hume, who basically criticized our notions of causality and all sorts of things. And so typically, most people, even most of philosophers, even today, still, you think our experience, what we experience in the world, is what makes the concepts in our mind possible and regulates them and governs them. But he suggests in what he calls his Copernican revolution that maybe it's our mind that makes our experience possible. Basically, that what we experience is there in the mode that it is experienced because the structures of our mind, its necessary categories and all that, is structuring it in that way. I mean, this is kind of like that concept that basically what does our mind make experience possible? That's again referencing back to Hume, because the empiricists kind of got it to the point where if we can't know things through experience, then we have no grounds for saying we know them. But all sorts of things like start to fall away, that we can't experience causation, we can't experience meaning, we can't experience moral categories, blah blah blah. But Kant, and before him Leibniz, they made the criticism that for experience to be possible at all, there had to be some structure of the mind that is unifying all these various sensory impressions into a unified whole that we call experience. Because there is a difference between experience on the one hand and simple sense impressions. You can have all the sense impressions you want, but if you don't have an intellect unifying these things in a unity they call apperception, then you don't have experience, you don't have learning, you just have a bunch of sense impressions or whatever. So basically, they undercut the empiricists. They show the empiricists that you can't have experience, which empiricism depends on, and we know that we do have experience. You can't have that experience without there being more to the mind and to knowledge than what is possible to gain directly from experience. So yeah, this allows us to do several things, to do neural grafting, Centauri empathy, hypnotic trance for our units, and it allows us to study the fundamentalist society option. The first faction who discovers this gets a free tech. We, of course, aren't getting that. Let's see. All past research on memory, learning, the senses, and other aspects of the brain did not answer one basic question. What is the biological mechanism of self-awareness? Research into biogenetics and social psychology finally resolves the last of the secrets of the human brain, providing an understanding of the fundamentals of consciousness. That's interesting. That's a very materialistic, reductionist notion of it. That, what is the biological mechanism of self-awareness? And the last secrets of the human brain, providing an understanding of the fundamentals of consciousness. It's a good question whether consciousness can be explained in terms of the brain, and whether all that you need to understand consciousness is to get at its biological mechanism. Now, while there definitely is biological mechanism and secrets of the brain involved in consciousness, or at least the way we experience it, it's debatable whether that is all there is. And I remember when I was in college, and we were taking a philosophy of mind and metaphysics class, a philosophy of mind class there. Yeah, and it was really good. And our text, it was a guy named Jang-Won Kim, I think his name is, and it was on philosophy of mind. And it was basically looking at this, like what is the mind and consciousness and all that stuff. And basically the whole book was trying to figure out, can we explain what is the mind, what is consciousness, what is thinking, what is intellect, all that, and can we explain it in terms of the brain, a function of the brain, an activity of the brain, some sort of epiphenomenon on the activity of the brain, or maybe it's like the patterns in the brain, or the brain's activity, or is it an emergent phenomena from the brain in the brain's activity? Or is it, but every one of these started to have problems to the point where they became kind of disappointingly, unsatisfactory. So finally, by the end of the course, it's not that he's gone, therefore the mind is a spiritual reality, but the book was kind of like, there are things that we cannot explain in terms of consciousness and the qualitative aspects of experience. We can't explain those in terms of all these things with the brain. So it was interesting. All right, cool. All right, believing researchers discover secrets of the human brain. The Morganites uncovered these secrets a long time ago. All right, here we are. So we're getting pretty good. Oh, our capital's getting better. Look, we got more plants here, more, it's looking kind of lush, kind of verdant. Okay, secrets of the human brain allows your colony to make a new social engineering choice, fundamentalist. That's funny. I don't remember us needing that in order to make a theocracy. Do you want to make social engineering choices now? Not right now. Well met, sister. May our pact of brotherhood endure forever. Indeed. I am currently researching ethical calculus. Perhaps you should next direct your research efforts towards nonlinear mathematics that we can share information efficiently. Yeah, we're good, man. Thanks a lot, dude. Jeez, that was great. Oh, he wanted us to study nonlinear mathematics. Let's see. Doctrine initiative. That would allow us to build powerful sea vessels. Ethical calculus is what he's studying. Polymorphic software, computer grafting. High energy chemistry that would give us the ability to make plasma steel armor, which allows us to build even stronger defensive units. I don't know. Although this is also good too. It allows us to tame mind worms as well, which is interesting, right? Let's just do this.
Production complete.
I may regret that, but I don't know. Let's change. Okay. Now, let's have you build formers. Yeah, formers. Woohoo! Yeah. Okay, you guys Need to stay away. I'm sorry. Until those stupid mind worms are
Mod
dealt with.
recovered.
100 energy credits. That's really great. Oh yes, okay, I need to call this episode. So thank you for joining me on this episode of my Let's Play of Sid Meier's Alpha Centauri. Take care, y'all.